All right, let's get started. So guys, today is an open floor discussion. We're going to just essentially chat about DecoNetwork software, answer questions that you have, but we're going to kick it off with a presentation on essentially the tip trick of the day. And today's are product bundles. And there's a couple different types of product bundles and how you go about creating them. So when we're saying bundles, you may have seen the company I always hear is Five Boys. So there's Five Boys screen printing, and they're really well known for setting a quantity of prints with so many like right here, I can get a one color print, 225 for 709. You're giving the customer an all-inclusive price with a minimum quantity, and in this case, the decoration. So it's a one color print. I'm sure if it's more than one color, the price goes up. So creating something like this in DecoNetwork is actually extremely easy to do if it's the same product. So when we say that they have to order 225, well, if it's 225 of, and this looks like, I don't want to guess, but it has to be that same shirt. When it gets difficult is when, hey, you can get 225 t-shirts and sweatshirts and hats, and they have different sizes and so forth. It can get real complicated. So we're going to go over the different ways. This is very popular, definitely in the UK. I'm asked to help a lot of my Deco Pro clients do this. So first thing we're going to do is come over to products. The only prep that I've done before this is I've made two sales images to convey what it is the bundle's all about. So we're going to actually take one of my favorite t-shirts, the performance shirt, the ST350, and I'm going to clone this. I'm going to copy it. I do have a PDF that I can share with you. If you just shoot me an email at Dewhurst, so ZDEWHURST at DecoNetwork.com, I'll share with you the steps for each of these types of bundles and what you need to do. But no matter what, it all starts with copying a product that's already in the system. And in this example, we're going to act like Five Boys, where it is the exact same product with essentially a minimum. So let's first start by changing the product group. Now, products are put into groups. And when a product's in a group, it allows us to make bulk decisions. So I'm not even sure if I created a product group here. I don't think I did, which is good because we should be doing it now. Let's create a new product group and we'll call it bundles. So this is any time that we're going to, have a minimum, include the decoration price altogether. So I'll create a new product group, call it bundles. And let's just go ahead and use the Five Boys concept here, in which it's a one color screen print. Okay. So for it to be an all-inclusive price, we have to make a unique decoration price table. So I'm going to come over to decoration processes. We are going to come into screen printing, make a new price table, and I'll call it bundle screen printing for right now. And we're going to make most of the time you do this, you're not looking at the shirt color, if there's an underbase or not. So I'm actually going to say the underbase is an extra charge and it's 0. We're not charging for it and it's already assumed. And we'll just make this 100. You can still have quantity breaks. It's not like it's 225 or nothing. They could buy 225 at that price, but the price could even go down more as the quantity increases. Right. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to say the first decoration is free. We're not charging for that first color and we're not charging for an underbase. Each additional color, for example, may add $1. Okay. So you're going to need to make a unique decoration table because again, the price is going to be all inclusive. It needs to say that is this much before any artwork has ever even uploaded. So I made that price table. I do not necessarily have to assign it to a price level. That's not what I'm really trying to do here. I'm going to come back to products, come into product groups, bundles, and then decoration processes. Within screen printing, I'm going to set the bundle as the actual default for the bundle product group. So when I go back to products and I go back into that item that we copied, when I change the product group, I'm automatically changing the default screen print price table being used. So I'll change the product group here to bundles. And now if I come into the price, you can see screen is 0. We need to change the name. So I'm going to call this 100 performance t-shirts. And I think the price I came up with $7.99. We'll see. Views and decoration areas. I only want screen printing to be on. Front, back, sleeves, that's fine. Pricing. So what we're going to do is, again, make it an all-inclusive price. We're assuming that the customer has to buy 100, and when they buy 100 for $799, we know that the cost per shirt is $7.99. And then it may go up more if additional colors are in the artwork outside of the underbase. So what I'm going to do is come into minimums, change the minimum to 100, come back into the pricing, override the blank price, and now I'm going to make it $7.99. And you want to make sure that you do this for all the different price levels. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. You want to make sure it's always the same. Or it could be different, but make sure you configure it. You don't want it to be 0. So we've set the minimum, we've set the price. Sizing. You're still going to charge more for larger sizes. When it's 100 shirts, we're assuming that it's small through XL, or in this case, extra small through XL. So I could still just use the 134 markup, or I can create custom size surcharges and change how much each additional the markup is on the larger sizes. Shipping. Nothing is changing about shipping because we're not breaking the rules. We're saying that we're selling individual pieces, but you have to buy at least 100. So shipping is good. Supplier is good. That's the best thing about selling a product, that a bundle in which that's the same product. You can still use live inventory. You can still use live purchase ordering. When you mix and match products together, those two options go out the window. Category. I would take it out of the current and I would assign it to a new category called bundles. I'm going to put it in specials t-shirts. And lastly, I'm going to come into images and I'm going to upload my own sales image that I made right before. And hey, I didn't make a pretty image, but it says 100 performance t-shirts, 1 color screen print, $7.99. Okay. So let's go view it. So you can see $799. I have to buy that many. I can mix and match the sizes, but and if you say, oh wait, I'm under $799, we'll try to add it to cart. It's going to tell you, no, you still have to buy 100 to get there. And again, what was cool is when we add our first color here, the price doesn't change. But if I start adding, additional colors, the price will increase by $1 for each one. So again, your bundles in this situation is really just setting a minimum. That's really all it is. And then including the decoration price in with the blank. So super easy there. What is more difficult is when you have multiple products together. So what I'm going to do, because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to copy this bundle. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to pull up what we're actually going to make here. So in this case, 20 performance t-shirts, 20 shorts, 20 hats. They're all the Sport Tech competitor line. Okay. So I copied the ST350 bundle product. It just makes sense. I would rather the customer design on the shirt, and then I'll take that same artwork and I can put it on the shorts and the hat in this case. So this is going to be 20 shirts, 20 shorts, 20 hats. $7.99. Okay, it's still a bundle. I'm going to keep it in the bundle product group. The images here, still good. I want the customer only to design on one product. It should be the shirt, and then I can apply the same artwork to the other. The minimum in this case, so here's the trick. Here's what makes this difficult. Actually, let me back up a little bit. There's two different variations here. Either A, we force the customer to only use the same size for both shirts and shorts. If the customer has to choose the same size, then we would keep the minimum here at 20, and we would keep the sizes normal and just make sure that both the shirts and the shorts come in these sizes. So again, if the customer has to has to get the same size, just make the minimum, in this example, 20. If the customer is allowed to change sizes, this is where it gets more complicated. We're actually going to save and continue. We need to come over here to sizes. If you did not know, you can create your own default sizes in DecoNetwork. So in sizes, I can scroll to the bottom, add a size, and we'll do shorts bundle, shirts bundle, turn them on. But then I can also add variants. Small, medium, large, XL, small, medium, large, XL. That's good for now. So we make these default sizes. While we're over here in these settings, we also need to make a new supplier. We're just going to call this bundles. We cannot raise a PO, directly with Sanmar, SNS, or another live supplier from a product that has shirts and shorts and so forth. We've kind of cheated, and we're going to have to manually order the products. So again, coming back, product group is good. We changed the name. We made sure the right process is on. But we're going to assume that the customer can choose different sizes for shirts and shorts. So what I'm going to do actually is change the minimum to 40. If you think about it, the customer has to choose 20 shirts, 20 shorts. Technically, the minimum becomes 40. Now, the price can still be in the blank here, or you could put it in the actual sizes. So we need to delete the sizes that were already here, and we're going to add our own sizes that we just made. So we're going to add shirts and shorts bundles and all of the sizes that they come in. And I could put the price here. I could say, okay, it's $20, $20, $20. We absolutely could put it here in the size of the product. I could also put it in here. So it's really up to you, but at the moment, $7.99, they have to buy at least 40. Obviously, my math isn't perfect right now, but we're not going to get caught up on that. But if you're going to have, again, let the customer choose different sizes. This is the way to go. Always use multiple sizes. Multiple sizes allows the customer to choose multiple, I need some of these smalls, mediums, larges. They can add them all at once instead of having to do one, add, and so forth. You need to update the shipping. So remember, this is a bundle. So if it's all together, this is going to be bigger. So maybe 10 by 8 by 2. The weight is going to be different, and I would do it per size. So, and I can't do it per variation size, but we'll just call it a pound. Supplier, I definitely have to change the supplier. I am not ordering, ST350. I'm ordering ST350 and shorts and hats and so forth. So we'll change this to our bundle supplier. It's still in the right category. We'll come into the sales image. We'll replace it here. Add bundle to. Now, obviously, it's not all perfect. Is there probably better? You've probably seen it done better where something was built specifically to do it that way. But this does absolutely work. You just have to give the customer good directions. Sometimes you want to use custom fields. Don't be surprised if you have to communicate with the customer a little bit after they order. But these are becoming really popular. And it's just never a bad idea to have bundles in addition to your normal stuff. It's great for social media. And yeah,